Hello, Mr. Trammell. Thank you for allowing us to present an idea to expand and to update your property in Towanda. My name is Will, and obviously I'm with Walnut Creek Landscaping. And what we've done with our design is we had three goals. We wanted to update the exterior to match the artistry and the sophistication of your interior of your home, create multiple areas for entertaining, and to increase the property value of your location. The areas that we focused on with the property were the entryway and lane, the pool, planter beds and steps, the small house, and some areas around the second house, and that's the house that's up to the north. And then we're calling it the main house, and then the lakefront area. We believe that there are several things that we can do to increase the property value and increase the look. First is the entryway area. The current entryway is fine, but we believe that if we're going to be updating the rest of the property, that this would be one area that would really be remarkable for that kind of this kind of renovation. And what we've done is taken some of the cues from the house already, and you'll notice that the horse statues are actually taken off of the other buildings and the other areas around the property. Then we've placed in large planter beds with knockout roses and with several different types of bushes. You'll also notice that the trees in around would be autumn blazed maples, and they would look about like this during the autumn time. And again, the ranch name and the significance of that, as creating more of a gate entryway kind of feel for the property. Second, we took a look at the pool and the planter bed that's available there. Just the one area that we saw needed some refurbishing was the stairs, and we can come in and get those done pretty quickly. Third, we looked at the small house, what I'm assuming is a guest house, and the main part of that property is actually really nice, but we believe that the porch there looks a little bit run down and could use some refurbishing and updating. And what we would do there would be to rebuild the porch there with composite material that similar to what you have on the house to the north, or the second house there on that porch. We believe that would be a better long-lasting commodity for the property. Then the seating area around to the back has areas with a large stone that are sinking and that aren't holding level anymore. We believe that either we can repair those and bring them back to their original quality, or better yet would be to replace them with paver stones in various different styles and shapes. Retaining wall that goes along the back side of the guest house there. The retaining wall looks to be in fairly good condition, but I believe the stairs in both sections of the retaining wall have some need of repair, and would be best served to get that done during this kind of process. The area that we're calling the second house, we really only had one concern, or one area that we'd like to try to update, is the circle walkway. There's a couple places where the current walkway has started to fail and crack and that kind of thing, and thought it would be good to, as the picture shows, to replace the circle area with a paver material, and then leave the spurs or the spokes that come off of that intact, just replacing that area, and then possibly replacing the tree if it's in good health, which we believe it is, just leaving it, and then putting in a ground cover such as knockout roses or that kind of thing. We feel that would add a great dimension to that area of the property. We also recommend with that section of the property that the gazebo be removed. It provides a nice little focal area, but I believe it's somewhat run down and could be better served. That space could be better served as more of an open area to play and that kind of thing. If you look at the rest of the design, that space will come into play as someplace that needs to be somewhat open. Next, we move to the main house, and what we've seen as we've come to the property several times is the need for some sort of grand entrance or welcoming area. When you first come to the home, currently you drive up to the main driveway and have to walk around. And what we're proposing is that there be a grand area that you would have maybe a roundabout drive-through, as well as steps that lead directly to the main property, as you can see in this image, allowing people to drive through and drop off or so on would be a value to the property. Second, within the main property, we have the sunken fountain area. We believe is extremely in disrepair and would need to be repaired in order to have just a really nice area. We decided to expand the area for which the fountain and the sunken area would be. As you can see, it's about twice the square footage, and there's probably 3 times the amount of water flowing through. We added a fire feature. Enclosed the tree in a small bed so that it has more of a focal point, and then created a much more grander staircase down to the sunken area, but still allows it to be somewhat secluded from the rest of the property, and still provides some of that area, some of that seclusion that you may want. Next, we moved on to the wraparound patio, and our thought was to elevate that patio because all of the doors along the west side of the house are up about 18 inches or so. We felt that there was room to do that, and then create some more spaces for shade and for a much more determined area for patio and so on without a fence and that kind of thing. We created a small shaded area with a roof that would again allow for shade. And then there's throughout the property you'll see these torch lights, which are very somewhat modern and add some more flair to the property. Then we went to the back to the 2-story deck, and there's really a need for a lot of repair here because of the lack of railing and that kind of thing. For the upper parts, code says that we need to have at least 30 inches worth of railing for anything over 36 inches. So we wanted to make sure there was some safety involved, as well as some aesthetic. And what we would like to see with the 2-story deck is, again, that wraparound patio continues, and then up on the top that we would continue with some of the brick and some of the stone. That would require some larger scale infrastructure, but it would create a much more dynamic look and create a much more stable patio. The next area that we'd like to propose, and this would be a totally new area, would be an outdoor kitchen and bar that would have a fireplace, grill, and all the amenities that would be needed in order to have some sort of facility like this. It really adds a new dynamic to the home and allows for the types of parties and types of outdoor things people are looking for nowadays. Finally, within the main house, the rear area that has a little bird bath and that kind of thing behind the garage, we felt would be a perfect spot for a private secluded spa. Build a hedge that's really tall and place a spa of some sort back in there and allow that to be a secluded area in order to do some relaxing and that kind of thing. Within the lakefront, we have several different projects that we'd like to undertake. The one that we originally called for was to have a retaining wall built. And what we'd like to do is to do a little more than just a retaining wall, but build a real retaining wall and have kind of a grand staircase that goes up to the house with some stops for a small patio on the north side and a small seating area and patio on the south side, which would have a fireplace or a fire pit and allow for entertaining again. And then down below there would definitely be a creation of a significant beach area that would allow again for entertaining of all ages and such with the property. Staircase and the walls all are significant projects that we believe would really add just a great component and an extra value to the house and to the property, not only for erosion retention and but also for aesthetics. And again, we see the torch lights along the outside. Finally, we have a proposal for a lake house or a boathouse out on the south part of the lake where the current boat dock is. We believe that this could be a great spot for another building for entertaining, maybe something geared more toward kids, or something geared, however you would see fit, but a wraparound deck that also had an entrance in it for boating and for various different types of watercraft. It seems that those seem to be needs that you guys or that the property has on the lake. So we wanted to be able to provide those in an interesting, valuable way. Mr. Trammell, we really appreciate your time. We would love to have feedback on all of these designs. If we're hitting the mark at all in any way, please let us know, and we would love to come and visit you and talk with you further about these designs, about which you would like to see implemented on your property, if at all. Thank you for your time. Again, my name is Will. Our owner's name is Kyle, and you can call us at any time, 316-772-9080. Or you can email me, which we've been in contact. You can respond to me, and we will definitely be in touch. Thank you.